Hello everyone, welcome back to Tank Wars 3. I am your host Chromoid, bringing you yet another primary bracket fight, this time between Char and his team of Bricktators, facing off against NutterChap and his team comprising Missileers, Bombardiers, a Fusilier, and a whole lot of vengeance against the Cram Wielders. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this fight started. 3, 2, 1, begin. Uh, Char has opted to bring more of his Yeetus Deletus tanks instead of bringing one of the Big Gun Go Boom. Yeetus Deletus and Big Gun are both Land Cruiser types. He also chose to bring a majority of the Brickus instead of the Tonkus. So we're going to see if that pays off for him against the Bombards and the Missiles and the Fusilier. The missiles coming in. Seems like they're not on target. Probably the hills are interfering with laser guidance there. But the Yeetus will obligingly run into a couple of them for NutterChap. There's a few blocks off of the Bombardier. Not too bad. Not too bad. Looks like it's trying to aim its cram. I'm not sure if it's fired yet or not. Oh, it has. Okay. That cram will be down shortly. Is it going to actually hit anything, though? Because the Yeetus did kind of change their direction since, yeah, the cram misses. Missiles streaking in from everywhere, but it looks like they're not guided. I think those are supposed to be laser-guided missiles, and they're just not going anywhere. I'm not sure why. Most of NutterChap's team has gotten hung up over here, unfortunately. And it looks like... oh, dear. It looks like a Missileer has gone butt to face with a Bombardier, which is not good because that Missileer does have to eject the missiles out the back, and the Bombardier does not want to take those missiles to the face. Where are these missiles coming from, and why are they headed in this direction? What are they shooting at? What are they shooting at? Oh, they're shooting at the Popo. Oh, I see. Well, they're creating a hazard for their own teammates. Chonkus Tonkuses and Yeetus Deletus over here leading the charge. All those explosions are missiles expiring. We got a couple of the Tonkus, and I think we got the Tonkus, and I think, at least, yeah, the red one is Tonkus, and the greenish ones are the Brickuses. Brickai? I don't know how you say that. Oh, this one Bombard has eaten a lot of shells. It looks like it's probably not going to be moving again. It's just a block now. Most of the angles have been stripped off of it. That's the detection in the middle there. That was detection in the middle there, and that has been removed. So now it pretty much is blind, which is a real shame. There's only 2 of these on the field. Most of NutterChap's entries comprise of Missileers. And as you can see, for some reason, the Missileers have decided that the Crazy Popo is the thing they need to kill. And that happens to also be the most agile tank in Char's lineup. Dodge, Popo, dodge. Oh, no. Oh, it's trying. As a Missileer is going to back up into it, almost hitting the rams. All right, at this range, surely the Missileers can't miss. Oh, well, I guess they can. Yeah. The laser-guided missiles don't do so well. Okay, one connects. One manages to connect, but the Popo dodges and weaves like a madman. So, yeah, at this point, it's pretty much just leaving the Missileers to do nothing. Because, you know, Missileers make up the majority of the firepower for NutterChap's team, and Bombardiers and Fusilier are pretty much just support units. Great support units, I might add. But, yeah, they're not the best. And I think this Fusilier has gotten itself stuck. NutterChap, we've been over this, buddy. We've been over this. I even gave you guys the map this time. I don't know how you keep managing to build vehicles that get stuck on the side of the mountain that they're designed to climb. Yeetus Deletus just pouring the shells into its opponent. They're getting a little low on materials. Yeetus Deletus' team is, but you know, they're slowly acquiring more. It looks like they're staying right at 900. More missiles come racing in, almost hitting the Bombard. Oh, that's not good. They are not aiming very well. Unlike the Tonkas, which are actually getting in the ballpark of what they're trying to hit, which I think is this Bombard. Oh no, a couple missiles hit the Bombard as well. Oh, you hate to see that. The Yeetus now has the side of both this Fusilier and the front of this Missileer. So if it decides to turn its guns that way, it's going to rip them to shreds, I have a feeling. But it really just wants this Bombard, which is fair. I mean, it launches pretty big crams. Let's see, there's a couple of them up here, aren't there? Is that coming down? It is. So there's a couple of crams that just go to space and come down later. I think that's actually going to hit. Oh, that almost did hit. It kind of rocked the Yeetus a little bit. So the Bombard is trying to hit the Yeetus, which is a good thing. Honestly, if you want to win against this team, you need to take out these two land cruisers. They sport I think that's 9 cannons, 9 cram cannons and a turret. And they're not the tankiest things. They're actually not the tankiest designs in Char's team. They're more of the damage dealers. And he chose to bring 2 of them to this fight, and it seems to be paying off quite well. And there goes a Bombardier. So that's our second DQ of the match. The Crazy Popo finally expired. I'm not sure how or when that happened, but it was kind of destined to happen eventually. And luckily for NutterChap's team, it happened before they suffered too many losses, because honestly, they really need these missiles to start getting on point. Oh man, that's good. That's a shot coming in. That'll probably hit this Tonkus, but it's across the map. They're gonna run out of the thrusters on the missiles are going to expire before it can get here, which means that happens, and a majority of the firepower is wasted, which means most of their ammunition is gone. That's not good. And meanwhile, as you can see up there in the top right, the Fusilier is now taking a heavy beating from one of the Yeetus, as well as several of the Brickuses, and a couple of the Missileers have been pretty badly damaged as well. The Fusilier, I think the gun still works on it. When you see this damage ticking up on these tanks, a lot of it is armor damage. No, the gun does not work. Someone managed to clip the last barrel segment off of it, and that's going to be a dead Fusilier very soon. You hate to see that. Missiles finally redirect to a closer tank that they can actually kill, or at least hit before the rocket engines run out of fuel. If the lasers stay on them. You see them turning and trying to make contact. They are taking the Brickus apart bit by bit. Let me look here. I think those are just HE warheads. I thought they might be Thump, but yeah, no. And having them expire across the field like that can lead to them kind of creating a minefield effect where they explode against or under other tanks, which could be good. It'd be better if magnets were allowed, but unfortunately, that's not a thing you can have in this tournament. Because then you get a bunch of this, but they're all magnets, and they're just being dropped everywhere by the tanks wielding them. Because magnets can be set to only be attracted. If I'm not mistaken, I think magnets have a setting where they only attract to enemy tanks. I don't know, but mine layers would become a thing, and that's just interesting. But it's pretty much the go-to, because then you can just build one warhead mine layers that seed the entire map with wheel cutters, and that's just yeah, that gets a bit frustrating. So we've already got enough problems with the direct input feed guns that have already been kind of wiping the field up. Although some of them do seem to struggle. It really depends on the design of the direct input feed guns. So you got some that are more effective than others. Yeah, this Fusilier is not doing good. A Tonkus got taken out of 25.3%. Oh, it's this one over here. It finally got missiled to death. So it's going to be expiring very soon. And there it goes. So that's one tank down. Besides the crazy Popo, which is really just a distraction tank for Char's team. The Bricktators are down a tank, and they're slowly starting to lose health on some other tanks. And the Missileers are starting to put in the firepower. One Missileer has climbed dangerously high. Where those mountains turn white is basically the limit. So it's very much at the edge of where it can be. But yeah, it's climbed the mountainside and it's just chilling there. The Fusilier down to 57.9%. It's basically just a sponge at this point, and it's finally run out of spongeability, down to 53.6%, and it will despawn because it's too damaged. But it didn't die due to an AI snipe, so it's definitely well armored, and it's survived a surprising amount of firepower from the Bricktators. There goes the Fusilier, which means the Yeetus Deletus will now have something else to shoot. I think this one has selected this particular Missileer to suffer its wrath. Now, I don't know about the Missileers and how well they're armored, It looks like the Yeetus Deletus have slowed down a bit in terms of rate of fire. They might be running low on materials. Oh, we're missing another Brickus. A Brickus just got destroyed. I think it's the one that was right here, and I just wasn't paying attention when it got demolished. Brickus are starting to go down left and right. We're down 3 tanks on both sides. The Missileer, no, both the Bombardiers and the Fusilier are gone, but it's the Missileers you really have to watch out for. Unfortunately, as you can see in the top right, the Missileers are out of materials, meaning if they, whatever they have left in the ammunition stowage is going to be all they have. They don't have processors, I don't think. Without processors, you can't make more ammunition. There used to be a time when, in From the Depths, where ammo boxes magically replenished their ammunition over time. It was slow, but they did replenish ammo. Now you actually have to use free resources that you store on your vehicle to basically build more ammunition once your own ammo stores have run out. When you put ammo boxes in, any resources that you get at the start of the match do go into them as raw ammunition. I think it's 1 material for 10 ammunition, but that will not be replenished if you don't have ammo processors on board to take advantage of the rest of the pool. And you can see NutterChap's team does have another 4,728 materials to pull from. So, I mean, theoretically, they could make more ammunition for their missiles, but maybe they don't need it. Maybe they've got enough ammo to finish this match out. Yeetus Deletus appears to have run out of ammo completely. Ammunition. Biggest Brickus do still have the ability to fire back, it seems. But, yeah, there's another Brickus gone. 2 Brickus is gone, and the missiles are still not stopping. And the Brickus have stopped moving. I'm not sure if that's because their engines are offline. It could also be because, oh wow, this Brickus is just far enough away that the missiles don't reach in time before they expire, but these closer ones will. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Brickus, if their engines are offline, or if they are just they're close enough that they are where they want to be. I'm not sure this is where it wants to be. This one is eating barrage after barrage of missiles, and while high explosive doesn't do a whole lot on its own, over time it will begin to take a toll, especially in this kind of volume. And that shot just went straight into the ground, just like those missiles leaped over the ground. Yeah, that's another aspect of this arena is the terrain. It has foiled quite a few plans in the past, and will probably foil quite a few more. The fight has slowed down, though, and while NutterChap's team has taken a beating and is currently losing, the fact of the matter is that if they can manage to despawn this Brickus, which has wisely taken advantage of the terrain and hidden behind it, although that's not helpful. Yeah, the ones coming from over here do seem to be able to get into it, and now they've got the internals. They're probably going to pop that turret. That's an AI dead. That's almost certainly, yeah, too much damage. So this tank is now dead, which I think is going to be what brings them into competition with NutterChap now. Yeah, 57, 56, 55, 55 to 54. Yeah, this is very close. It really comes down to how quickly the remaining tanks that can fire despawn these Missileers. And the Missileers don't appear to be running out of ammunition anytime soon. If they could take out one of these Yeetus Deletus, I think they would secure their win. Unfortunately, all these tanks over here are not shooting the one tank nearby, which I guess is good, because if it's the closest thing to them, it's what's keeping them in play. If that goes, those 3 Missileers back there will probably be forced despawned if they can't get off the hills because they're too far from the rest of the action. Yeah, I don't know. I really thought for a bit there that Char was going to start running away with that, and he was chipping away at those Fusiliers and Bombardiers very effectively. But it's almost like he just didn't bring enough ammunition or ammo processors. And, oh, that is wicked. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Brickus eats an entire volley. Just to give you an idea of how much of Char's firepower, NutterChap's firepower has been wasted this entire match. That was 1 full Missileer volley from all the remaining Missileers. All 6 of them. And now you're going to get to see it again. Oh no. They've been missing this whole time because the Brickus were scooting about. And now that they've run out of fuel, run out of ammunition, and not run out of ammunition, but unfortunately they're shooting their own team in the back. But now they've run out of fuel pretty much, at least that's what it seems to be. They're sitting ducks. And these missiles, while inaccurate, are going to take a heavy toll. And at the last second, as the match ends, the Missileers pull out a win. So, congratulations, NutterChap. Your team came up from the bottom and managed to overcome the immense firepower from the Bricktators and Char. And Char, I'm afraid your team is going to have to go down to the secondary brackets to do battle there, but I will see you guys when we get to those fights. So thank you guys for watching. I've been Chromoid, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.